part 2 of filling the master set binder here for Star Wars Unlimited Twilight of the Republic. I have a big pile, multiple piles of cards to add to the binder. We're going to have a ton of progress today. We're adding in 7 cases worth of new cards to the binder, and again we're trying to build an entire master set just from opening packs. It is a little bit crazy, it's a little bit wild. We'll see if we can actually do it, but we're giving it a shot. We're having fun. We had 1 case in the binder last time, and we're going to add again 7 more cases worth of cards, which of course means here page 1 is going to be complete. We should have everything we need here for the non-foil normal section of the master set binder. Let's go ahead and get these in. And some of you ask, what is a master set? A master set is 1 copy of every card in every variation. And this is a key point that I add as well, that you can get from a booster pack. If you have to go somewhere outside of a booster pack to get the cards, then they're not really part of the set. Now there is one exception that I make for that, and of course you see it as the binder gets put together, and that is the cards that are the starter set only cards. So if there's a card that you can only get from cracking open a starter set, it's got a little S in it, it's still part of the set. It still has the same TWI set code on there, and it fills in the same order as the rest of the cards in the binder. That's something that a lot of games have been doing for a long time, but historically what games have done for promo cards is promo cards will not have the same set code on them. They'll have a P or some other, variation of a set code for it. Though I have seen that here in Star Wars, they decided to kind of forego that way, and they do have the TWI. I'll give you a closer look here. So the promo cards do have that TWI set symbol at the bottom, but for me still, if you can't get those cards in the packs, then well, they're not really part of the set. They're something that's extra. They're promos, they're a secondary, periphery set, whatever you want to call it. So for this master set, we're only putting in the cards that you get from within the packs. Now we're getting our last legendary in there. We should have a nice full non-foil section here. Let's throw in Tranquility, number 246, and look at that. The non-foil section is complete. Let me give you a quick little flip through of that. There is your main base normal non-foil set for Star Wars Twilight of the Republic. Very fun to see that all together. I love that. It didn't quite take, a full 8 cases to get here, but we wanted to add enough cases to this binder update video because we've got a lot of things to add here in the back. This is a very big set, and you can see here are all the Hyperspace versions of cards that we're going to add into the binder right now. As you can tell, I do not have them all sleeved, so I'm not going to make you watch me do all that, but I wanted to pause, let you see some of this nice art before it gets encased in sleeves and inside the binder pages as well, because it does look really cool. Some of the legendaries here already sleeved up. I don't know that this is going to be complete by the time I get through it here, but it is going to be quite full. We might still be missing a couple of rares or a couple of legendaries, so let's go ahead. We're going to fill this section up. I'll sleeve them first, and then we'll do a nice little time lapse of filling up the Hyperspace section of the binder. But man, again, these cards are very cool. It's one of my favorite things about Star Wars Unlimited. There's that nice looking clone. Oh man, Secura, Satine. Here's some of the legendary fun. Oh my goodness, I could sit and look at the Hyperspace cards for a really long time, especially Commander Cody. Apparently that one's not in good condition. It's upside down, but I have to take a look at that again. Maybe I just mistakenly did that. Oh man. These are very, very fun looking cards. Droid Deka, one of my favorite commons. Oh, that one's very cool too. I have the high ground. So let's go ahead. We're going to sleeve it up here. And some of you have actually been asking me what sleeves I use for this. So the sleeves, just using regular old BCW ones, but we're doing the 2 5/8 inch by 3 5/8 inches, and that gives you that nice ability to fit them in the binder pages here. I'll also have a link to the binder I'm using in the description below. Let's go ahead and fill this binder and see how many we have left to get in the Hyperspace non-foil section. So we have all of the Hyperspace cards here from 8 cases now in the binder. We do not have them all, as you saw. We're missing a few, particularly rares and legendaries, though there are a few uncommons missing as well. Let's go ahead and check and see how many we still need. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that one was almost full there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh man, we got a ways to go. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. What a rough section right there. 28 normal non-foil Hyperspace cards that we need to get. It's time for the foils. Let's fill it up. I saved the foil legendaries for the end here. We're going to slide all of these in the binder, plus the rare base that I did forget my first time through. You can see we are still missing one of those. And even with these legendaries, we're going to be missing a pretty decent chunk of cards. But it's not too bad for foils. Again, you're only going to get one foil per pack. So it does take a lot of packs to try and open up every single version of it. Some of them we already have there. I've been putting on the side cards that I accidentally pulled 2 copies for. Let's see, 96 is right here. Trying to take my time to make sure I get them all in the right slot. If you watched the first time through, you'll remember there were a few times the cards did not get exactly where they needed to go, and even as I'm going through this today, there's so many cards. Look, I already have a Darth Maul, don't need that one. It's easy sometimes looking at the numbers to think, is that in the right slot? Do I need to move cards? But I think fortunately I've only had to move 2 cards, so I didn't mess up the whole page. It was just one little tiny mistake, fortunately. Last one in red here. Bunch of spots open, though I will say there are less slots that we need to fill than it looks like. We'll get one more legendary and we'll talk about why in just a second. 225, the last one there in cunning. Now there are 2 of them. And the reason we don't have as many slots to fill is because we actually have some of the starter set cards here that we're going to add into this foil section. You cannot open foil copies of these cards for your playset. I don't even know if there is a way to get the foil copies of these, but I did leave those spaces open for these cards because, again, as I was going through trying to organize everything by number, if I had left them out, oh man, there's no way we would have gotten the order correct. So even though these aren't foils, they don't look as nice next to the foils. We are going to fill in a few slots, but you can see there's still plenty of some legendary slots, lots of rares, probably even a couple uncommons that we are missing for this foil section. Here's number 147. We're missing 148. Then we got 174, big jump here for open fire. And then we're going to kind of fill in a little bit more here. We've got a cunning villain at 180. We're missing whoever's after 0. We're missing Cad Bane, huh? Cad Bane has not appeared yet. 226. We got to go way ahead. After now, there are 2 of them. This should probably fill up our villain section, though. We got 36. And then 40 and 48. So we do have the villain in. Oh no, we are missing 1 card up here. Which one is that? Which one is that? That's one of those. Let's go take a gander. A wild gander way back here. See who we're missing there. I thought we'd have that section done for sure. We are missing the aggrieved parliamentarian, really. I might have to double check my foils just to see if I didn't accidentally miss a couple comments like him. Nope, I double checked, and even after 8 cases, still some common foils that are missing. Now, something else that somebody pointed out to me, we're trying to make it as close to a full master set as we can, and they pointed out that there are a couple cards here from the starter set that are a little bit different from the main set, so I'm going to add them in here too. We have a couple of checklist cards, and unfortunately mine has a nice, I don't know if you can see it, ding on it, but I'm going to throw those checklist cards in here, kind of in this empty space I left between the hyperspaces and the foils. And then I'm going to throw in these 4 rares. They don't have the rare symbol at the bottom like they would if they were on the regular rare print sheet. So, I figured why not? We'll throw those in there just so we can have them in the binder. Now, something I'm not going to do, which technically I should do if I wanted to have every single variation in here, is I'm not going to, on the bases, go and find the droid and the clone version for every single one. I could do that. I don't think it would make the binder look that much better. Might be kind of cool to see a page full of the droids or full of the clones, but I think at this point we're going to leave those out. I definitely do have those. Those are definitely on the side, but for now we'll keep it with the different variations that you can actually see instead of having, again, 20 droids or 20 clones. But that means we're moving to the last 2 sections here. We have hyperspace foils that need to come on in. I believe we skipped that page to start here. And then We're supposed to get the showcases in. None from that first case, but oh, we do have some now. And at this point, this is going to get a little crazy because I just have this big pile of cards to look through, because I figured I needed pretty much all of them, so I didn't sort out the ones that I already have because we don't have much. So this part will take a little bit longer to sort, get everything in here, and then we'll come to the showcases. Okay, we are somewhat organized now, so let's go ahead. Let's get some blue cards in here. This Droid to Cost Security is one of my favorite hyperspaces in the whole set. The blue looks amazing. And of course, you know, Droid to Cost, that is everybody's favorite, right? Everybody's favorite. Nobody would be against a good old Droid to Cost. Let's see if we can find 314. This could be a little bit more difficult. I will have a couple of cards I need to actually sleeve as we go along. That's 305 here, and if that means we have 304. Did we do that right? Did we leave space for the bases? Oh, because that's not exactly enough space, is it? Oh well. Well, we'll keep going. We'll figure that out in a bit, because we're not going to move every card after this. No, we are not. Now here is where the real challenge is going to come for us. I just put in all of the common and uncommon hyperspace foils, but as you can see from these 7 more cases, I do not have a lot of hyperspace foil rares. There are a lot to get, and then we do have 3 hyperspace legendaries as well. And these rares might actually give us as much or more of a run for the money than the showcases, because they are not easy to get every variation. I'm going to come back to the bases here. Let's put the others in first. Again, it kind of looks like I messed it up, right? I was supposed to put the 4 bases there and then start with Rune, and you know, somehow we didn't quite get the count where it needed to be to make that happen. So it is what it is. We'll have to just put the bases, I think, on the page before, is I do have that space. I did leave that space there, not where I want it to be, and that was not the plan, but I'm going to throw them in there for now, because again, we're not going to remove the entire back half of cards. So we'll see. Maybe we get extras and we can fill that in. There's something like that. Let's go ahead and get some more rares in here. Look at that. No green rares at all from this edition. We got to jump way ahead to red. We got Mr. Bones and Kit Fisto. And I've actually gotten quite a few from different packs and things. I've opened duplicates there. I've seen not even just the ones for me, but for the live streams for other people I've done. So that duplication is going to be very difficult when it comes to these hyperspace foil rares. We got to get around that somehow. I've had multiple Kit Fistos, Sabines, even Unnatural Life, but it's too many duplicate cards for the amount that we have opened so far. Here, number 501. Last card there in Villainy, and then we'll flip back here. We do have one Cunning card here, 490. Now there are two of them. That is a very cool Hyperspace. And then green, it didn't get the rares, but it did get the legendaries. So let's go on back here as well. 386 and 388. So that's actually going to complete a nice little row for us there. But still a lot of empty space. But you know what that means. Now it is time for the showcases. We didn't have any in here yet, so we're gonna skip this little thing. We're gonna start with showcases so we can have them all together here, starting up in that corner. So the first one we have is Obi-Wan Kenobi. We were lucky enough to get him, and he actually came from a case that I opened that had two showcases in it. Now take a little look here. Let's see if we can put them in like that. It's definitely a cool look, but because this binder, the way you're looking at a binder, you do see cards up and down. I don't know, maybe we'll throw them in this way. As long as we're gentle, it's not too big of a deal to swap them out back and forth. Now the showcase that came with Obi-Wan in a case was Padme Amidala. These were the two. Came in a couple boxes not too far away from each other. Now I can already tell the problem is when I flip it backwards like that, I can't see the number on the card and remember what the order is. So I guess we'll do it like this for now. We'll see. 260, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. We've miscounted everywhere else in the book to different degrees. So let's try and get the counting right here if we can. Very fun one. And then another sneaky guy that we were able to find, Maul, showcase Maul number 266. Oh man, again, the numbering here, these should have gone, numbering wise way farther back into the book, but I decided that I wanted to see them all on the same pages next to each other. I didn't want half on one side, half on the other. So we're giving it a shot this way. The next one, we did find another Anakin Skywalker, and somebody else actually pulled an Anakin on the live breaks too. So we've seen two different Anakins pop up for us, which was fun to see another one in here. Now the last one we have, some of you saw opened on a live stream. It is Jango Fett, an absolutely stunning looking showcase. I love the design on this one. Looks really cool. Coming in at 273. So we're going to put it down here at the bottom of the page. Oh, that is cool. That is a very cool one. So we're a little bit ahead on averages. Again, this is a total of 8 cases and we have 5. Normally we would only have 4. You get one about every 2 cases. So we're just ahead of the average, and we need to keep that going if we're going to have a chance of finishing that. And we got to keep it going, or these are all different showcases. That is a good thing. We don't want to see any more duplicates. So let me flip back through the Hyperspaces. Then we'll call it a day and we'll come back again for some more master set building fun. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy this kind of content, you enjoy this mad journey of trying to put this together just from opening packs, go ahead and hit that like button. Helps me know that you like this content and that we should keep it going. We'll see you next time. Peace.